back, everybody.
Well, welcome back. So, do you like, and I think the answer to this is no, but do you like spicy food?
Kind of. So I don't like it to be obnoxiously spicy. I like actually earlier I made fried rice, and I have this extremely hot spice from this local company, and it's so fucking spicy, but it tastes amazing. And so I put like 2 drops in my entire fried rice dish, but it was enough to give it a little bit of the flavor, but without like I don't want to feel it coming out the other end. Basically, is where my limitations are drawn. If that makes sense.
Okay, you like a good flavor. You
Yeah,
don't
I like spicy flavor,
the burning sensation that comes
right.
with it.
Like I really love jalapenos, for example. Like whenever I have any kind of nacho or anything like that, I always have some jalapenos to go with it. But so I don't mind some spice, but I'm not one of the guys that's like gonna eat a ghost pepper and be like, yeah, look at my balls.
So when we bought this house.
Was it a spicy house?
It was a spice house. The Spice Channel was on. No, we why can't I? Oh, I needed one more. I'm upgrading my crossbow, by the way, to try to see if it gets a lot faster, but I'm still having problems with understanding how to get the maximum amount of redstone out of these things at a very simple
So you're
time.
trying to do it at the table that people said we should be doing it at?
Yeah, do it at the table, which does work, but then it stops like 5 shy, and you have to get it like on the nose for it to accept like more. So it's still a little confusing.
We're idiots, people. That's basically what it comes down to.
This is just so weird because now I'm sitting there. I don't know. Either way, so in this house was a bunch of these dried peppers, like habaneros, jalapenos, like all this stuff in these containers. The guy who lived here before, and he left a lot of stuff here. Like he had lived in a different place. We bought a lot of furniture from him and a lot of items like that. He said, are you going to be upset if I leave them here? Do you want them out of here? And I'm like, hell no, man, leave the containers of like awesome peppers and all that stuff. I'll check those out and try to cook with them or eat them. I love spicy food. So they've been in our cabinet for a couple months now since we've owned the house, and I decided, you know what, we're making some chicken tonight. I'm gonna make mine spicy and throw on some of this, one little teeny dried habanero that was in the container. One little teeny guy. I crushed it up, put it in a pan, let it get a little bit of heat going through the chicken on it. I will tell you, no, chicken, it tasted amazing. Like the spice of it, really delicious when all was said and done. But the process to get there was the most awful thing I have ever experienced in my life. Like, it was cooking, and I immediately started to sneeze uncontrollably. And then Julia was like, Jeff, I can't breathe. And then her sister was like, oh my God, my sinuses feel so clear, but now I need to leave because I'm going to die. The whole house was like, walked down, it was just tears in your face. It was hard to catch your breath. It was
Jesus Christ
sneezing. It was the craziest experience I think I've ever had.
Wow.
Trying to cook anything before.
That is crazy. Holy shit.
Have you ever done anything like that?
So at the marathon, you remember that that deconstructed fucking whatever the fuck the steakums that I made, the like steakums and fries or whatever with?
Yes.
Well, remember how spicy the fries were? Like I
remember really liking those fries.
Well, I dumped curry powder in the pan with them, cayenne pepper is what it was, cayenne pepper. And that almost killed me. I couldn't fucking breathe over there. I did not think it out very well at all before I just dumped it in the pan with it. And I was so worried that it was going to be way too spicy. And I was kept trying to add things to it to cut the spice after I had already done it, because there wasn't time to cook more potatoes at that point. I was really worried about it. And then you took a bite, or someone, I think it was Chad. Someone took a bite and they were like, oh God! Oh, it's so spicy. I was like, yeah, you gotta get some of the sauce and stuff in there with it. It'd be fine.
I do remember that because you said afterwards how you were just like completely bullshitting your way through that one when you realized it was too hot. You were like, yeah, you're supposed to mix it with the sauce. Like, of course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god! But I have never and it was so funny because I ate it, and it was good. It was tasty. I really enjoyed it, but
You almost died making it.
I've been banned from using those peppers ever again.
That's hilarious. I should send you some of this, some of the sauce though. What I was just talking about. It's called like deliciously hot habanero, and I love the flavor of it. Like I didn't know how good habanero peppers were until I had this, but it's fucking hot. It's some hot shit. But it may not. You might can cook with it without without it destroying your whole body and house.
Yeah, if we turned off the. I'm trying to make some blue slime because I added as much redstone as I possibly could, all the modifiers from that thing, and it took it from a 5.1 second cooldown to a 3.9, which is still just forever.
I wonder what. There's got to be a better way, right? Like the reload. Is that the reload speed?
It's so I looked it up a little bit earlier, and I was told to use like a blue slime limb, and because that's the fastest, and that's what bases on the speed of the thing, and that you can get like a really powerful thing for like less than a second between shots. So I was trying to make some blue slimes right now, but it looks like we turned off power to our slaughterhouse thingy.
Oh yeah, you did that because of it was killing something.
Or the grinder? I don't remember what was killed. So I wonder if it would have killed some of those bosses that we put in there.
It may be. Yeah, I don't remember when we did that, actually. I remember you cutting it off.
Definitely off right now, and I don't know how to go turn it back on. I don't see how we powered it. Part of the problem. Did I just disconnect a flux thing from it? That's actually possible. Yeah, I just disconnected the flux thing from it.
Okay, there you go.
Gotta do that. But yeah, I mean, it was, oh my god. I love spicy food too. I'm one of those people who, I'm under the impression, when I eat things like wings or like ramen, I think ramen needs to have spice to it when you eat ramen. And I'm not talking about like, you know, 10-cent packages of ramen. Though those need a spice as well, but that's because they otherwise taste kind of like shit. But if you make stuff like that, I'm a firm believer that you have to have a little bit of nose runnage and a little bit of eye water when you're done eating like hot wings or something like that for it to have been the right spice.
Okay.
You don't agree with that, apparently.
I'm fine with how you feel. I don't disagree with it. That's just like your opinion, man.
You just agree with me, man. Have the same opinions as I do.
Like I don't want, like I don't know, like I do like my pho and my ramen to be spicy too, but I don't want it. I don't want to have that moment where you're just like, I need some water like that. Like I don't want to go that far with it. I'm not that guy. I also have really bad heartburn, and I think that's what killed it for me was when it comes to spicy food is. I hate heartburn, and like, I don't want to do anything that's going to give me heartburn whenever I already get it so easily, anyways.
Right, yeah, heartburn has been something that does not. Oh god dang it! Why can't I turn this thing off? Okay, good. Oh god damn it! Steak. I'm trying to. This casting table just dumps things way too quickly. God damn it. There we go. I'm fixing it. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I got it. I know you were concerned.
I was worried.
Like very much so. But don't worry, Guude. I got this taken care of.
Okay. I'm glad. I was calling people in.
Just in case. Oh wait a minute. These blue slimes are not melting in the smelter. So how do I make a limb out of them?
Oh, you have to do it in the part builder upstairs.
So I don't need one of these casts then. I
think you need like the wooden cast or whatever upstairs in the part builder. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just gotta see where did we store any of those in a pattern chest somewhere? Because there it is. There it is. Found it. I'm good. Don't worry, guys. Figuring this thing out. Let's see. Or not. I'm in the part builder. No parts being built. Not yet, at least.
Need some help.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the blue slime has to turn into something else. Maybe I need more of it than I'm using. I don't know enough about making things out of blue slime. Because I think this is how you do it with paper. But, oops, stencil table, so I'll get more. So it's obviously not more of that. But if I wanted to do paper, which you can use a binding paper, which binding do these things get to? I don't remember. Tinker's weaponry. Time to do some light reading.
I forgot we had a drying rack in this mod pack. You can make some food out of
What do
those.
we dry?
You can if you dry like zombie flesh, you get jerky, or you can dry tomatoes, or not tomatoes, but apples. You can dry all kinds of stuff on it, and it just gives you different food. But if you dry blue slime on it, you get gelatinous slime drop, a stretchy food.
A stretchy food. I like stretchy food. It's like well, I would say string cheese, but string cheese isn't really stretchy.
No.
What's stretchy?
Dildos.
What is? Say again?
I said dildos.
Dildos.
Not a food though.
Stretchy? Are they stretchy?
Aren't they?
Why would they be stretchy?
Like a rubber dildo? You can totally stretch a rubber dildo. Is like Stretch Arm. Well, not like Stretch Armstrong, because that's like filled with like flour.
Are you putting it from one end to the other?
Like, I mean, you don't need it to be stretchy, but they are. They're stretchy.
Why can I not find anything on here about? We'll get back to this in a minute. I'm
okay. We'll come back to the dildo.
Why can't I find the crossbow? Like, what binding is needed for the crossbow? This is ridiculous. But wait. I want to know in the comments if anybody thinks that there's such thing as a stretchy dildo.
Yes, I have a stretchy dildo.
Why would it be stretchy? That doesn't make any sense.
It's made out of rubber. Rubber is stretchy. It's not meant to be stretchy. It's not like it's not like something that they put on the package when they sell it, like known for its stretchosity. It just happens to be stretchy.
So you're saying that it's made out of rubber, hence therefore it's a rubber band, therefore it stretches. I mean, there's plenty.
It's not a rubber band. Sure, there's plenty of things. I could have gave a different example. I didn't. I gave a dildo.
I know, because it's weird or something.
It's not weird. Dildos aren't weird.
No, I didn't say no. It's weird to think of a dildo as stretchy. I don't care about dildos. Whatever. You use as many dildos as you want to. Like, it's not.
It's as many as you like.
Yeah, use as many dildos as you like. I don't understand how to make this freaking crossbow thing
stretchy. Let
me see. Yeah, I don't know how to make a stretchy, and I need to make a stretchy. I'm going to make it out of a dildo from now on. Anytime we talk about stretchy now, I'm going to say like Stretch Armstrong was made from recycled dildos.
Probably was. You think? Do you think they recycle a lot of dildos?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
I don't know. Like I mean, now that kind of worries me. Like when I'm drinking out of a straw, did it used to be a dildo?
I mean, they just say it's made out of recycled materials. They didn't say what recycled material it was made out of.
I guess that's true. I don't know. I never considered that I might be drinking out of a dildo. Bash does.
He does. I did see that. It was very entertaining. I'm kind of surprised that YouTube allows that.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Well, I mean, I guess it's technically under like the art. Oh, why can't I see what this is? Damn it! A slime crossbow limb, but why does it look so different? It's art, I would assume, right? Because like, didn't we find out that you can actually use like the games that have nudity in them too, because it's considered a form of art?
Yeah, didn't work so well for Milby though.
Yeah, but I think he could have fought that. Because I've definitely seen boobs in plenty of people's videos before.
I've seen lots of dildos.
I don't know what the hell to do with this thing to turn it into something that I can use on this. I can put it on the drying rack. Do you think I have to put it on the drying rack?
No, for sure not.
I just don't understand what.
Did you look it up?
How on earth to turn? I tried like in the NEI. I didn't try to.
No, I meant like in the Googles.
Tinker's blue slime limb. Crossbow limb. Show me how to make it. Show me how to make it. What am I doing wrong?
The money.
I'm trying to make crossbow limb out of iron, but I don't think it works. Stuff metallic parts in the part builder. You must melt down the metal. Blah blah blah. Can't make a crossbow limb of blue slime. You need to first make the blue slime into blue slime crystals.
Oh
yeah,
I remember that now.
Material. Blue slime crystals. How do you? Oops. Can I type here? Blue slime crystal. I don't even know how to do that. Slime crystal, Tinker's construct. You have to make it into slimy mud and then melt it. Jesus Christ, I have to make it in slimy mud first, which means a dirt and a sand. That's just annoying. There we go. What can I just do? I can't just do it with congealed blue slime, I take it? There we go. Oh, well, slime mud. 2 of them. There we go. These are melting into blue slime crystals. There we go. How are you doing on the palladium over there?
I got enough to get things going here.
Because what is the next planet? I guess I can look while I'm waiting for this thing to come through.
I think we're down to like the last 2, right?
Aries. No, because we just went to Pluto, so we're on Aries. I think that's the last one.
Well, there's a tier 10 rocket, though. Does it just not go anywhere yet?
Well, Kuiper Belt and Make have the tier question marks written on them. So that's my assumption, is that they do nothing. Why? How long does it take for this shit to come through the system here?
Don't question it.
Do what?
I said, don't question it.
Come on, little fellas. Come through the system. I guess I should have looked at blue slimes even different than, like, the green slime. Does it really matter? There's 30 diamond chests in here. I should start using them for everything.
Oh, God.
Let's get rid of all the caches and do rows of chests. They look so pretty. It'll show off our... Oh, God, this thing still doesn't work. Do I now have to go melt this crystal down?
Maybe. I can't remember now.
It is not melting. What am I doing wrong? Does it just require like ridiculous amounts of them that I'm not aware of?
Does it not melt either? Is that what you said?
It doesn't melt. It doesn't do anything in here. But it does say when I actually put it in there, it says something about the blue slime now. So I know that this must be right. Maybe it just requires more than 2. Oh God, oh God. Oh Jesus. Falling down all over the place. I feel like I'm back at the beginning of my Minecraft days. I get this back up in here. Put you in. You start spawning some slime for me. I'm going to go make this into one more. It's just so frustrating.
You know, you make fun of me about my dildos, but I did see the results of the
dildo straw poll on if dildos should be stretchy.
No, that's one for later. But the inverted mouse.
Oh yeah, that's. I was gonna play the non-inverted mouse to see what it was like. I'm trying to think how I got started with the inverted mouse. I remember playing first-person shooters when I was in college, and I did not play with an inverted mouse. And my roommate always played with an inverted mouse and told me how I was crazy for not playing with one because he had so much more accuracy. And I think I played with an inverted mouse once and never went back to regular because it was so much better in every way.
That's so weird to me. I told you about the guy, I'm sure I did, the guy that I worked with, that when he was an old guy. He was pretty old. And
what's age got anything to do with this, man?
Well, I think...
Can the man be old and enjoy things like stretchy dildos?
Sure, he could. Sure. Probably enjoys it more because of the viscosity. But I guess the first time he'd ever seen a mouse was whenever he got his job at this web hosting company, and so during training, that was the first time he'd ever touched a mouse. And
I like how a mouse has to do with a web hosting company, because that's where most people get introduced to their first mice at that web hosting.
Well, that's what was so shocking to me. It was like, how the fuck did you get a job at a web hosting company and you never seen a mouse before?
I don't know why. My mind was too like the animal.
What? Oh.
Even though we're talking about inverted mice, for some reason, the way you said it, I was thinking of the little rodent running around on the ground.
I was like, of course the mouse has something to do with a web hosting company. You need one to use your computer. Oh, God damn it, Jeff.
You think he ran backwards? Like, was it an inverted mouse from the beginning?
Well, no, that was the thing. He thought the tail needed to come out towards him. So the first thing he did was turn the mouse around so that the tail was like at his wrist. And that's how he learned how to use a mouse.
I mean, I can understand that to an extent, because it is like I'm putting my hand over the mouse's eyes and clicking gently on his buttocks.
Right. Well, this guy never did that. He just learned that way. And that's how he always used his mouse. It was so obnoxious. You'd sit down at his computer to use it for a second, he's got this fucking mouse turned around backwards.
But so to him it wasn't backwards.
Well, I guess that's true.
How do you know that that's not the way a mouse was intended originally? And the first person that it was shown to was like, oh, they fucked it up and they did it wrong.
Great. So you're basically saying the guy that created a mouse is going to come out like the guy that created GIFs, and he's going to be like, oh, it's a GIF. No, you've been always using the mouse wrong.
Yep. That is exactly how that is going to happen. I mean, it just makes perfect sense, right? I mean, the whole GIF thing drives me insane too, because why would you let that go for so long and then randomly come out and be like, oh, everybody was wrong the entire time, and then you have those stupid freaking people that are like, oh yeah, it's a GIF.
I think,
come on, everybody, you know it's a GIF or a GIF, whatever the hell it is. I don't remember what it is.
Honestly, think that guy was trolling. I think he just needed something more in his life, and he didn't.
So you don't think it's a GIF?
Fuck no, I don't give a shit what anyone says. Anyone that knows how letters sound knows it's a GIF. It's not even open for debate. I don't care who created it. I don't give a shit about any of that. It's a GIF.
Is the G in whatever language it was created in?
I don't care.
Like a J?
I don't
like,
care. I don't know, but I don't care either. It doesn't matter.
So one thing that I don't understand is, why have we not gone back to the original keyboard? Starts with a D, the Dragian or something like that. I can't remember what it's called. It was the original keyboard that people had. Oops, I got to switch back to my other thing so I know what I'm making in this crossbow. Back in the day with typewriters, and they switched to the QWERTY keyboard in order to slow typers down, because they were jamming up the keys, because it was all individual like typewriter keys. The metal things were getting jammed because people were typing too fast.
I've never heard this story.
They moved to the QWERTY keyboard in order to slow people down.
Huh.
And that is history. We now have a QWERTY keyboard, and we use it all the time. Because I originally learned in school that we switched to the QWERTY keyboard because it was the fastest keyboard. And then my friend was like, no, do your research on that. And I did, and I was like, holy shit. Like, it's the complete opposite reason why we use the QWERTY keyboard.
I've never heard this. How
Yeah,
many
it's,
tier 9 plates do we need?
Probably for a tier 10 rocket or for a tier 9 rocket.
Tier 9.
You're building a tier 9 rocket, closer to 30.
Okay.
But you'll still need 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 or 12 tier 8 rockets.
Okay. Tier 8
Or
rockets.
tier 8. Tier 8, tier 8 rockets.
Jesus
8 to
Christ.
12.
The tier 9 rocket is powered, but with an array of tier 8 rockets under it.
With an array of tier 8 rockets. And it only gives you one more planet. On the next one, you will need a ridiculous
I wish it
amount
was
of
like
tier
that. Like,
9
instead of the
rockets.
boosters, it was you had to make 2 of the other rockets as the boosters. And it just kept getting taller and taller and taller.
That would make me feel a little bit better about the fact of constantly needing to redo this stuff.
Yeah, because you could
As
reuse
opposed
your
to-
other one. Yeah.
Yeah, if you had to reuse the other one in the next step, I'd be like, okay, that makes sense then. I get it.
Yeah. I guess they... Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Yep, so dumb.
We're out of time.
How are we?
Yep.
I didn't even get this crossbow nearly completed.
You did nothing.
No,
You did nothing for a whole
I
episode,
did
Jeff.
nothing.
Jesus Christ.
Welcome to the series.
Well, bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody.